unmute.
There's no atmosphere.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Broadhurst Park, the home of FC United of Manchester, and this evening, the home of the Manchester FA Women's Challenge Cup final between Curzon Ashton and Cheadle Town Stingers. And I'm your commentator, Ben. This is game number 10 of the Manchester FA's coverage on YouTube of the various cup finals across the county, and a big one this evening. And joining me to summarise on this game, we're overjoyed to be joined by FC United Women's Team Manager James Mulvihill. Hello, James. How are you?
Hello, Ben. Hello. I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, it should be a good game this evening here at Broadhurst Park. James, obviously, Curzon Ashton against Cheadle Town. Two teams that you know very, very well. FC United winning the North West Women's League this season, but pushed all the way by Curzon, by Cheadle and by Salford City. It's been a very competitive league, hasn't it, this
Both match up really decently against each other, so excited to see how the game starts, especially tonight, how the different teams set up, and no doubt there's going to be goals.
Yes, absolutely. Cheadle Town Stingers, obviously, the holders of this competition, winning it last year, but only just. It was a late goal, wasn't it, against Manchester Mancunian Unity at Ewan Fields. So Cheadle Town, the holders. For Curzon Ashton, they've come a long way, haven't they? They got promoted last year, and here they are in a cup final. Should say the pair go head to head this Sunday as well in another cup final in the North West League. So it's been an epic season for the pair of them,
Yeah,
really.
I just said to both the managers then, talking before the game, and I said it's like the Champions League, a semi-final for you this week, head-to-head in a few days, and difficult, and it's difficult for the coaches to set up knowing you're going to play each other in quick succession and knowing how much is riding on both games. It's a difficult one, and it's not something that I'd be envying being in their shoes right now, but the glory that waits the team that comes on top today is massive, and it's a great bit of history for all the players involved in the day.
And obviously, predicting a winner of this is going to be very, very tricky at this stage. So it's going to be a very even contest. But one thing we have to say, just firstly about Cheadle Town is, it's an epic unbeaten run they're on at the moment. The first thing I said to their manager was, is it 14? 14 games unbeaten, including 9 wins. In fact, you have to go all the way back to the 8th of January for their last defeat. And James, guess who that was against?
Go on.
It wasn't against FC United.
I know it wasn't.
It was against Curzon Ashton.
Wow.
So, but I mean, that level of performance there, you can't understate just how impressive that is.
Cheadle have had the best defence in the league this year, which is it's amazing, and they've been that's their biggest strong point, and that's going to be the difficult bit for Curzon today, is to try and break down that solid defence at the back for Cheadle.
And for Curzon Ashton as well. I mean, their league season technically hasn't finished yet. They've got one game left of the league season. It's been a bit of a soap opera trying to fit it in against Tranmere Rovers. But if they win that game, Curzon Ashton will finish second in the league, ahead of Salford and ahead of Cheadle.
For a newly promoted team, wow, that's a big achievement, isn't it?
I mean, how big of an achievement is that in the league that they're in?
It's huge considering how competitive that league is. It's difficult. Every week you turn up and there's teams really sticking it on you. So for them to come up and do that and really, like, I think they've done it under no pressure as well. So they're not expecting anything from themselves. They're coming up into a new league, and for them to start so strong the way they did and go on knocking teams down, beating teams, picking up points, scoring tons of goals. It's been a great season for Curzon. But like I said, Cheadle have had they were at the pick at the start of the year for me, is they're going to be the biggest competitors for the league, and it's going to be a tough run, and it's been a kind of a four horse race in the league the whole way through.
Yeah, there's certainly a bottleneck in the North West League to get out of it.
There needs to be more teams promoted, doesn't it?
But as you can see, both teams now out onto the pitch. Curzon Ashton are designated the home side for this cup final. Should say, me and you have been in the dressing rooms over the years since it was built. I think the only difference between the two changing rooms is red paint in one, and that's essentially it. But Curzon line up this evening with Brett, Cook, Bleasdale, Chan, Upsall, Beckford, Ince, Smith, Wakefield, Chesworth and Drummond, and 3 substitutes for Curzon Ashton, Parker, James and Cheadle. And James, just who should we be looking out for with regards to that Curzon team?
I think you look at Chesworth up top, is fast, runs down every single ball, will chase onto any loose ends. Obviously Amy Smith has been the captain there, who's been leading the team, and super experienced player, and her press with Chesworth, that's something we have to look out for from Curzon today. We've got the likes of Wakefield there, who's a great footballer. There's going to be a lot of attacking prowess on display from Curzon today. It's just about when you see the counter-attacking side of Cheadle, they defend, they soak up pressure, and they look to hit you on the counter-attack with the strong forwards they've got as well. So it's going to be an interesting contest for sure.
And obviously Curzon Ashton are wearing their traditional blue, but Cheadle Town obviously wearing their traditional red and white as well. And they line up with Singleton, Ruddock, McAllister, Ahmed, Hancock, Potier, Moore, Dunlop, John, Williams and Plant, and 5 substitutes for Cheadle Town: Payne, Elliott, Coolman, Grundy and Smith. And I've commentated on both these teams this season for FC United's commentary, and Cheadle Town's lineup is impressive tonight as well.
Well, the front kind of, you look at Imogen Williams there, Rachel Dunlop, and you look at Sophie John in midfield. That's the threat there, and then they've got a strong physical midfield there behind them as well. So it's like I said, it's one of them, you don't know what's going to happen until you see how they match up and under the lights here, which team wants it on the night, because any of these teams can beat each other on the day. So it's definitely set up here. I'm interested. I'm eagerly waiting for the game to start, because I'm like, I want to see what's going on. I want to see who wins this game.
And just the fact that both teams are going head to head on Sunday as well, like you say, I mean, it is kind of like a a starter. This, I mean, but the two teams. I'm throwing Salford and FC United. All four of these teams up at the top of the North West Women's League have been so competitive this year, and there's not much separating all four of them, in all fairness.
Yeah.
And well, two of those four go head-to-head tonight in the final of the Manchester FA Women's Challenge Cup final here at Broadhurst Park. We're about to get this game underway, and it's going to be Sophie John to get this game started for Cheadle Town, who will be attacking the Lightbound Road in this first half. And we're off and running, and Dunlop getting us started there, wearing number 9, confusingly.
Yeah.
Different to our team sheet, but I did know that when I said it. But thank you, James, for correcting
It's all right. I was like, I've only been here 2 minutes. I don't want to be pointing frantically at things.
But we'll correct that as the game progresses. But Curzon on the ball.
Good press here straight away from Cheadle.
And Bleasdale with a ball down this left-hand side to Chesworth. Back to Bleasdale, and
looking like Cheadle are setting up here in the traditional like 5-3-2, looking to hit the two forwards. We've got Curzon here in the 4-3-3. They're both setting up in the comfortable shapes that they played in all season, so none of the managers have came out with anything crazy today and thought we're going to do something a bit different. They've stuck to what they know and what's got them great success this season so far.
Ruddock with the throw in there, cleared. And now Curzon Ashton on the attack, and the flick over the top there. But back with Cheadle Town in their back line. Ahmed on the ball to Ruddock. Down the line here, and a little push in the back there on Dunlop. Yes, number 12 on the team sheet is Dunlop, but that's Sophie John, isn't it?
Yep.
Who's playing 12. But it's going to be a free kick, and Ahmed to take this. Right in front of the TV gantry here at Broadhurst Park. Played long towards the...
It's a good ball.
It is a good ball. And
There
into
we
the
go.
penalty area. Breaks, and an effort there from Williams.
It's a great ball. It's a great ball in behind. It was a high line there for Curzon, and the flick on went through. Imogen Williams coming through and clipping it just over the bar there. Wow.
It's a good start to the game, though, from a Cheadle Town perspective.
One for Curzon to be aware of there. They've set up. They've gone direct straight into the box there, and it's close straight away in the first couple of minutes.
And we should mention now, just a quick mention while we've got breaking play, how Curzon got to this final. Defeated Salford in the opening round.
Wow.
So there you go. And then a Tameside derby victory over Hyde United, and in the semi-final beating West Didsbury and Charlton by 4-1. So Curzon certainly earned their place in this final. And goal kick taken there by Brett.
Curzon quite deep there when they were kicking out as well, looking like Cheadle were looking to pounce on that pressure.
And it's a throw in to Cheadle over on the far side, and headed out of play there by Upsall. Decent crowd here tonight in the main stand opposite us here at Broadhurst Park in North Manchester as the sun sets over to our right hand side. I brought sunglasses, James did not.
Nope.
Well, Curzon having to clear their lines here, and looking to spring forward here with a bit of a counter-attack. Smith tries to play the ball out to the right hand side. It breaks into midfield, and it's possession now with Ruddock. And back it goes to Cheadle's back line there. John. And we've seen Sophie John numerous times in Cheadle's midfield. Quality midfielder.
Brilliant. She's probably one of the best midfielders at this level. Quality player who's played at Tier 3 before. We're seeing Ruddock take up a high position here from right wing back. That's probably going to be a problem for Curzon if they don't figure that out there.
Well, here's Dunlop now motoring forward down the left hand side into the penalty area. Crosses that ball in, cleared before it could get to Williams, who was lurking once again in towards that 6-yard box. But Cheadle, and a free kick for Curzon Ashton
Cheadle look the brighter here, and if you're looking at the shape of the teams, just from a tactical standpoint, I know Dylan will be happy with the way they've started. The Curzon a little bit out of shape here when they're first starting, but they're starting to string some passes together, trying to get them balls into the right players. I think just the nerves settle the first few minutes, get a few players on the ball, and we'll start seeing a more back and forth game. The way this is set up, the way the two shapes of the team, it's going to be back and forth all evening. Just from the start, you can tell there's going to be goals.
Well, Potier with a ball forward there, which was cut out by the Curzon defence. It's going to be a throw-in to Cheadle, midway inside Curzon territory.
Really strong midfielder there, 16, Potier. Really dominant in midfield. Going to be a tough job to break through there.
Good header there by Ince, and cleared by Upsall, but out of play. It's going to be another throw-in to Cheadle, who have started the better of the two teams in this opening 6 minutes or so. 0-0 the score though. And Plant with this throw-in. Gets it to Williams. Williams looking to go along the byline. Beats one defender. Ince gets in the way though. And Ince clears it. But Potier heads it back. Cleared again. Cheadle here looking to put the pressure on Curzon. Throw-in taken. Headed back infield there and cleared before John can deal with it. Potier heads it forward. There's John again. And Potier now on the ball from the left-hand side. Crosses this in. Dunlop can't quite control it and cleared. And now can Curzon counter with Chesworth? No. But there's a second chance here. Bleasdale plays the ball forward. And now here comes the counter-attack. And Chesworth keeps the ball in play on this near touchline. Chesworth now. And a good challenge there by Ahmed, but
she's still fighting for the.
Yeah, still fighting away, and eventually cleared. That was a good counter attack there from Curzon.
It's interesting because the way the game started is I thought it would have been the flip side of this. A lot of pressure from Curzon and Cheadle looking to break, and it looks like it started quite a lot of pressure from Cheadle, and now we're seeing Curzon looking to break on the counter attack.
Ince plays the ball there to Beckford, out to the right hand side to Cook. Back to Beckford. Beckford hits the referee there, that ball, but play continues. Chan gets the ball to Bleasdale. Bleasdale infield. Chan can't get to it, and now Cheadle can counter with Dunlop.
The square's on.
Yeah, square ball into the penalty area to Williams.
It's brave from the keeper, it's brave from Williams.
And, is the referee giving a penalty?
Penalty.
Well, it was a challenge came in there from Brett. I mean, the ball was there, wasn't it?
It went in between for both players to go for it, and I think the referee has got that right there. The ball from, on first glance, I thought the ball's going to go in the back of the net, so it's not going to be given. I think the referee's waited to see if the ball goes in, but I think it's the correct decision there in the end.
Well, a penalty. It was brave from the goalkeeper. It was.
Yeah, she's got to come. She's got to come. Both players have got to go for it, but. Interesting turn in the first.
Did the goalkeeper get a touch on it at all, do you feel?
I think from our position here, it'd be difficult. It would just in line with the vision was obstructed there. I think we'd have to look at it back, but one of them where both players have got to go for it. It's a good square ball by Dunlop. She's done the running, and that's when you look at Cheadle is they leave a couple of strikers forward. They try and isolate you 2v2 at the back with your centre halves. The balls broke down in midfield from a bit of Curzon play, and straight in behind you've got Dunlop, probably one of the better runners in anywhere in the northwest, and you've got problems on your hands there straight away. And I think Williams is unlucky. The keeper's just done enough to stop the ball going in net, but I think if the referee saw contact there. Well,
it's going to be Potier to take this penalty. I think maybe Williams was actually going to be taking it, but she has to go off because she's receiving treatment. So Potier is going to be taking this. We've had 9 minutes just played here at Broadhurst Park. And Potier do from the penalty spot here. Megan Brett in the Curzon goal, looking to stop this one from going in. Potier steps up,
It's a great pen. It's a great finish.
Into the bottom corner, and 10 minutes played here at Broadhurst Park at Cheadle Town. Stingers take the lead, 1-0.
Potier's give the keeper absolutely no chance there. Even if she goes the right way, she's not getting near that. She's drilled that hard, low, bottom corner, perfect.
And apart from that counter-attack that Curzon had about 3 or 4 minutes ago, Cheadle have started the better of the two teams in opening 10 minutes.
They've started on the front foot. They've been aggressive. They've looked like they're pushing their wing-backs forward and being brave. With it, traditionally, it's looked like a back five when I've seen them this year, and it's looking like a back three tonight with both the wing-backs looking to get forward, which is, you might see Curzon wake up a little bit now. The game started. We're 10 minutes in, penalty and the goal in the box there, so a little bit of play forward here. Better from good bit of pressure now from Curzon.
Yep, certainly. Over on the right-hand side now, Curzon on the ball. It was Ince battling away there. And that's what the manager will want. He'll want a reaction to that goal there.
Sometimes you get the best from teams when they do that, when they go one behind and you see a reaction then from the players. They realise, wow, it wakes them up. It's a great switch.
It is, and here's Bleasdale now. The fullback Bleasdale moving in field
Great
towards
feet.
the penalty area. Loses out though there. Bit too much to do, and Dunlop on the ball.
Great running from Williams here down the line. Great running that
and
is.
She's onside, and Williams now on the ball, and there's a runner in field in the form of Abby Jane Moore, and a crucial challenge there coming in from Upsall.
The Curzon defence need to get tighter to the two forwards there from Cheadle. They're both making diagonal runs in behind, and it's looking a bit too flat. Like they're tight, the balls in behind are great, and it's going to be, if you're playing a high line, you've got to go with the runners when they're going behind.
Well, appeals for handball there, but play continues, and now Curzon on the attack down this left-hand side. And it's just going to be a throw-in. Should say with the penalty shout, we don't have the benefit of an action replay, but for YouTube viewers, you can just watch it back to your heart's content.
We could just absolutely get this wrong here. There'd be people screaming at the TV now saying it's not a pen.
So we do apologise.
I'm sorry if we've just got it completely wrong.
But here's Smith now, loses out there to Potier. Out to the left-hand side now to Plant. Plant waiting for the run there, Williams. It's a give and go, but Ince is back. And she loses out there, and Potier back on the ball and out of play.
One thing I've noticed early on here as well, though, is you look at Curzon's back line, then nobody's taking responsibility for Dunlop. Nobody seems to be the one picking her up, and she will cause problems over and over and over again. And they're rotating quite a lot there, Williams and Dunlop. One of them's dropping in, and no one's going. The same Dunlop getting on the ball there, dropping in. Exactly what we're just saying. Someone's going to have to get tighter to her, or she's going to cause problems all night long.
Well, she ran out of road there, unfortunately for Dunlop, out of play for a throw-in. Throw-in taken down the line. And another throw-in, which Cook takes to Beckford. But the press has been very impressive from Cheadle in this opening 13 minutes or so. But Curzon with the ball now, but loses out to Potier. Great stuff there for Potier. Plays the ball through the middle there to Dunlop. Dunlop through on goal, 1-on-1. Good goalkeeping again. Just gets the ball over towards the goal, and I think the referee's given another penalty. And it's a red card as well for Megan Brett.
I don't think she's got that one right though. I don't think so. But
I mean we
have not got the replay. Yeah, we've not got the replay. I thought the keeper's got the ball, but I mean the referee's in a better position than I am. So
Dunlop did get the ball through on goal there. Yeah. There's a question mark about whether the goalkeeper got a touch on it or not. There's also a question mark whether the defenders were covering or not. But unfortunately for Megan Brett, given a straight red card there, and also conceding their second penalty.
The thing is, we've got to look at that though. Elizabeth Potier there, brilliant ball. Wow, that diagonal run what we just talked about there for Dunlop, straight in behind. Great first touch, takes it away from the defender. It's a tight one. It's a tight one. I'd have to watch that back. First initial thoughts was, I didn't think it was. I thought the ball changed direction after it went past the keeper. It looked like it was on target and it went off towards the right post. I
was surprised Dunlop managed to get, because I just went, oh look, the ball's actually got through. I didn't think it would make it through. because I thought Brett had it covered.
Yeah, me too. I think she's well. Listen, Dunlop's arguably one of the best strikers at this level, and experience. And if she's felt like contact is coming and she's kicked the ball through, knocked it under, but the danger there is the deep balls in behind. No one really taking responsibility for the forwards. You're putting the keeper in a difficult situation where you're going to have to ask a question. Is she going to have to come each time? And we found ourselves in situations now where 2 penalties early on, 15 minutes in.
Yeah. And
it doesn't look like they've got a keeper ready to come on.
It looks like they've got a keeper warming up. We'll wait and see. The substitutes are Jade Parker, Alicia James, and Lucia Cheadle. But we wait and see which outfield player will be making way. But like you say, 15 minutes in, a goal down to 10 players, and facing another penalty as well. So
yeah, it's
a tricky situation for Curzon.
It's a bit bleak, isn't it? But listen, you see, how many times do you talk about it in football in history where a team goes down to 10 players and all of a sudden it's like they've been given an extra player and they're revitalised. And I don't have to look too far back in recent history myself where we've had a keeper sent off at FC United and all of a sudden I don't think we had a shot on target all game, and the keeper gets sent off and then we look like prime Barcelona, and it was just like
that was Fleetwood away, wasn't it?
And we looked like we'd been given 4 extra players, and it was like, why didn't we just do that for minute 1? So it's not all wrote off. And listen, the senior players just need to get together now at Curzon and regroup and say, listen, it's not the start we wanted, but it's the situation. And we're seeing Amy Smith run over there now, like they're going to get the girls together. That's what you need now. You need your leaders to get the girls, rally them up, bring them together, sort out the situation of what shape they're going to be in, organise themselves, because the chances are, if you look at this, if Potier takes it again and does the same thing, it's a difficult situation for anyone coming in. Especially your first touch of the ball in net is trying to save a penalty from a player that's just slotted one bottom corner. It's a difficult situation, isn't it? But these girls have been fighting all year to play in a final like this, and I know for a fact not one of them would want to be giving up on this now.
In fact, I think an outfield player has just taken the goalkeeper's jersey, and I think it's Drummond who's just taken it.
Hats off to any player who does this as well, who steps up in big moments, especially a cup final.
Like you say, I mean, you faced this challenge just a few weeks ago at Fleetwood Town, and in that instance, I think Kennelly came off the bench to go in that, didn't she?
It's scary it's scary for when you don't actually think about this as a coach as well when it happens, and you're looking around and you're thinking everyone's looking at you to make a decision, and you're looking thinking who wants to go in net if you've not got a keeper on the bench.
I think it's Bleasdale who's gone in goal. So
we've got a different play taken out. Amy Williams is stepping up.
Yeah, Abigail Bleasdale in goal, and Williams to take this. We've had 18 minutes played here at Broadhurst Park. Cheadle with an opportunity here to double their lead. Williams steps up. Oh, and just beyond the reach of the goalkeeper.
Yeah, the keeper's unlucky there. I thought she was going to get a hand to that, but just did enough there, Williams. Calm head, hit the target, nice and hard and low.
So 19 minutes played at Broadhurst Park, and
big moment in the game now. Big 5 minutes now for Curzon to see how they regroup.
2-0 the score. And what do you do at this point then? Like I was saying, you've had experience of this. It can have a galvanising effect, certainly.
I think shape-wise, it looks like he's going to go a 4-3-2 now.
Well,
yeah, we're looking like a 4-3-2 that we've started there. Both they still need the 2 forward players to cause a threat.
Here's Bleasdale now moving forward. Bleasdale plays the ball in field just beyond Ince. And John plays it out to the left-hand side now.
Got to get tighter there.
Plant looking to take on Cook. Plant plays the ball down the line there for the runner Williams, and offside given.
They want to do something at Curzon early before half time, because if you look at Cheadle now, they've got 4 players back. It's not going to be long before the coaching staff over at Cheadle realise that we don't actually need this many players back now. We can push on and pin them in a bit more. So if we get an answer back and a few decent attacks from Curzon in the next kind of 5-10 minutes, that'll make Cheadle think twice about do we actually be a bit more braver with it. It's going to be a bit of a chess match now between the two coaches over the next 10-15 minutes to figure out what the next move is.
Well, long ball played into Cheadle's half, headed straight back, and now it's with Ruddock. Plays the ball long, headed clear. Smith heads it back.
Brave challenge.
A high boot there on Ince. And it's going to be a free kick to Curzon. It's going to be Chan to take this. Chan out to the left-hand side to Bleasdale. Bleasdale plays this ball forward.
Chesworth there out on the left wing.
Chesworth looking to get towards the byline here. Got Ahmed for company. Back it comes. Drummond crosses that ball into the edge of the penalty area, but Cheadle got time and bring the ball out.
Amy Williams is off now.
Yeah, Williams making that run forward. Defended well though there by Upsall.
Good switch.
And now it's back with Drummond on this left-hand side. Drummond pointing to where she wants the run to be made, but the pass is cut out by Ruddock. And now Moore on the ball. Back to Ruddock on this near touchline. Ruddock down the line to Dunlop. Dunlop plays the ball in field. John, her pass is cut out. Ince gets the ball to Beckford. Beckford now. Plays to Smith.
They still look in this though, Curzon. The way they're looking to be brave and go forward, the shape still looks, the forward shape looks similar.
Well, Smith has gone a long way with this ball. So not too far from the corner flag, crosses that ball in, and it's a goal kick.
It's great spirit from Amy Smith there though. She's leading the side there, going past players, being brave, looking to get forward, looking to put balls in the box. That's what you want to see from your captain at this point. But there's going to be an issue now for Curzon in terms of how they press as a team. They're outnumbered now. Cheadle like to load the left-hand side up when they play out. So it's going to be a real issue now for Curzon to try and get over and with that missing player to try and break them down on the press. So it'd be interesting to see how they do that.
Ruddock back to Ahmed. Ahmed under pressure. Back it goes to Singleton. Singleton takes a touch, then distributes it out to the left-hand side of the penalty area. And Cheadle, a bit of a hurry there, put the ball out of play. And it's going to be a throw-in to Curzon. Bit of a base camp for the next move forward. Cook with the throw-in. It breaks there to the edge of the box, and it was Wakefield moving in into the penalty area. And is that going to be a corner? It is going to be a corner.
Good moment for Curzon now, good bit of pressure.
And like you say, the Curzon bench will be encouraged by this reaction to the sending off.
Definitely, this is what you want to see. You want to create moments now where you get some deeper free kicks, you get some corners, some set pieces, chances to pump that ball in, get some of your taller, stronger aerial players in the box, create a few moments where you can get goals. Because I know a goal in one of these moments now will create real pressure.
Well, Smith with this corner from the right, in it comes. Header one there and cleared off the line. And it was Wakefield with the header. It was a great header, well directed, but cleared off the line there. And
that'll give Curzon confidence now.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's now with Ince on this left-hand side. Ince. Strong work, but Ruddock, and eventually cleared.
Brilliant
and now
play from Sophie John.
This is always the danger of opportunity of a counter-attack there, but Curzon get the ball back, but then give it straight to Cheadle. But strong challenges going in now. But here's Dunlop.
This how it's breaking the game now. It's turned into quite a feisty, fighting for every ball, and I think this might suit Curzon a little bit in terms of. They want to turn it into a bit of a make Cheadle hurry a little bit. Cheadle just be calm on the ball there and keep possession, recycle it across.
Plays Potty on the ball, plays it to Ruddock. Ruddock keeps hold of the ball, chips the ball forward, headed clear there by Chan. But Dunlop's going to get this ball back. Dunlop, there's an option out on the. That's a great reverse pass though to find Williams. Williams goes for goal. Testing out Bleasdale there. Yeah, the option was on the left-hand side though. I think it was Plant who made the run forward.
I think they're looking at we've got a non-keeper. It looks like in the net, an outfield player. Are we gonna test her?
Well, here's Drummond back to Ince. And it's now with Wakefield. I think Wakefield can claim to have the first effort on target for Curzon in this game.
It was a great... not many teams put players on the line as well at corners, and Cheadle have done it. And good job they did, because that were going straight in the top corner.
Chan forward here. And Drummond, but Drummond loses out. Ruddock.
Good pressure from Chesworth there.
And well, that's gone out of play.
You saw then again though, when it broke down with Dunlop, you simply can't give her any space in the final third, because you're going to cause problems. Bit of class there, bit of a reverse pass, and all of a sudden they're in on goal again.
Dunlop there gets the ball to Ruddock. First time ball forward towards Williams. Williams is going to get to this ball. Williams still piling on the pressure.
John.
The clearance here to John, and John just drills it wide. But a good opportunity there.
It's very, very unlucky now. One of them players on the edge of the box. If you want it to drop to one of your players, and Sophie Johns, it's dropping there. That's the play you want it to fall to. So really, really unlucky there to Cheadle not to go 3-0 up.
Well, Bleasdale with this goal kick. So 25 minutes played here. 2-0 the score to Cheadle Town. 2 penalties, and Curzon down to 10 players. And here's John on the ball. Good strong challenge there from Ince. It came off a Curzon boot on the way, and it's a Cheadle boot on the way. It's a Curzon throw. Beckford holding it up.
She's a strong player, Beckford there. Great experience, just pushing a team up the field a little bit more.
So another throw in to Curzon. Throw in taken down the line. Headed out of play, and Curzon slowly moving up the field here. Cook with another throw in. Ince comes short for it. Return pass is cut out by Dunlop, and here's Williams. And Williams and Dunlop are, I mean,
big experience here. We're seeing big experience from them 2 forwards.
We called it when Curzon had 11 players, and the movement from Dunlop and Williams is very, very impressive.
It's 1 in, 1 out, and the rotations, even when they had 11 players, Curzon, no one were really taking responsibility for those 2 players. When we're setting up, I've personally set up against these types of players, you have to just stick a player on them and just follow them around all afternoon, because they're that good. You've got to respect them, like how good these players are.
McAllister with this long free
It's
kick, flicked on there, and well, it's Hancock in the area. And well, just about dealt with by Curzon.
They're living life on the edge here, Curzon, aren't they?
Well, that's just the nature of it now, isn't it? It's Smith on the ball. Smith does well. Gets the ball to Ince. Ince looking to switch play. Gets it to Chesworth. Chesworth now looking for the run forward on Smith, but cleared. And now Cheadle on the ball with Dunlop. Dunlop turns. Got Williams for support. Played through there. Williams goes for goal.
Great goal.
And it's 3-0. And that is a fine finish from Williams. And once again, it's Dunlop and Williams, and when Williams is through there, it opened up a bit for her, and she thought, well, let's see what happens.
No one's pressuring me. I think without harping on about it too many times, these types of players there at that quality, Rachel Dunlop's got the ball at feet, and there's no real pressure on her to send her backwards or kind of prevent what she's doing. And when you're giving these types of players quality and space, it's that they're going to punish you. And Amy Williams has looked up. Nothing really in the box for her, and bang, top bins, there you go. Great finish, and it's about character now for Curzon, isn't it? They've got to pick themselves up. They'll be praying for half time now to get in, regroup, think about the shape.
But there's 17 minutes left of this first half, and it's 3-0 now to Cheadle Town against 10 players of Curzon Ashton. Here's Ince though on the ball. And the referee, it looked from the referee's angle it hit her hand, but I'm not too sure about that. It's a free kick, though, too.
They're gonna feel hard done by that. Curzon, I've been there myself. When you feel like something's happened in the game and something's gone against you, but they need to get focused on the job at hand now. The decision's done. They're down to 10 players. They need to get in a position now and focus on the job at hand and try and first and foremost, stop Cheadle from scoring anymore, and try and create and build some attacks of their own.
Well, McAllister's free kick there went all the way through to Bleasdale. And volley clearance there towards the halfway line. Ball breaks for Wakefield. Wakefield plays that ball forward, cleared by McAllister, and here's John on the ball. Back to McAllister. Ahmed switches play to Ruddock.
Rachel Dunlop's off again there. Constantly moving, constantly running.
And the referee brought that back for a foul on Potier off the ball. Free kick to Cheadle.
Potier gives a real strength of assurance when she sits in front of that back line of Cheadle. Towering figure, strong, wins all of her aerial duels, and they've stuck to their shape and stuck to the game plan here. Cheadle, they're going to look to send it into the box here and ask questions, and this is what you're going to be doing now when a defence is struggling to deal with these types of attacks.
Ahmed with this free kick, played long towards the edge of Curzon's penalty area. I think Curzon are going to be able to clear this. No nonsense clearance there by Cook. But Ahmed back on the ball, plays it back into Curzon territory. Headed clear. Second ball picked up by Ince. Ince under pressure. It's a good pass there to Upsall. Smith. And Cook on the ball. Back to Upsall. To Chan. Chan to Cook. Cook plays the ball forward there to Chesworth. Chesworth
Look at
loses out.
There's a lot of Cheadle bodies. As soon as Chesworth turns around there, she's got 4 or 5 players closing the gap. Great condensing of the space from Cheadle.
And well, fair challenge there. And Wakefield brings the ball forward. Wakefield though has to check. Plays it to Ince. Ince switches play. Good ball to Drummond. Drummond though got Ruddock for company. That's going to be a foul. And a free kick for Curzon. And this is another opportunity, a set piece.
A cheap one to concede there in a dangerous area, especially when we've just saw the first set piece they've had. They've got a shot on target. Curzon are going to look for moments not like this in the game where they're going to need to rely on these types of set pieces.
Well, Ince to take this for Curzon Ashton. We've had 32 minutes played here. 3-0 the score to Cheadle. Curzon down to 10 players. But every set piece is an opportunity now for Curzon. And they'll be looking to capitalise here as best they can. In fact, Ince has been, I think there's an earring issue, and it's going to have to be, so Curzon temporarily down to 9 players, and it's going to be Drummond to take this free kick. So Drummond with this free kick, played into the penalty area. It is a good ball, isn't it? And cleared, appeals for handball. And Cheadle bring the ball out. Played forward there by Potier. Chan meets the ball.
Counter attack on here.
And here's Chesworth now on the ball. Chesworth though loses out. Cleared.
That's one of them though. If she goes down, it's a free kick in a dangerous area. But Chesworth is that type of player where...
Oh, that back pass is a bit short, I think. But good goalkeeping by Bleasdale. Gets the ball clear. Ahmed plays it back into Curzon's half. And Cheadle on the ball now with John. Out to the left-hand side. Here's Plant now, moving forward. Plant finds the run there. Williams down that left-hand channel. Williams plays the ball back here to Plant.
It's 3v3 in the box as well. If someone can put that ball in the box, Cheadle.
There's McAllister now. McAllister infield to Potier. Potier lining up a shot from distance. Goalkeeper just about behind it and caught it at the second attempt.
She's feeling herself today, Potier, and she's fizzing it around. She stepped up for the penalty. She's looking very, very confident.
Well, Bleasdale clears it forward. And McAllister's got time here. Plays the ball infield.
Amy Smith running the socks off there, the 9 for Curzon, but she needs to be conscious of her energy as well, that she's dropping so deep to get on the ball and there's no out ball for when Curzon win the ball back. There's nothing else for her to play forward because she's the one trying to win it back.
Well, he's John now over the halfway line. John got the run forward there at Dunlop. That's going to be offside, I think. Yes, flag is up. Of course, Jade Parker's on the bench, formerly of FC United, of course, and very good at holding the ball up. That might be an option at some point.
Really experienced player, so I think Jade would offer some experience in that respect.
Well, unfortunately, Curzon have got Oh, taking drinks orders. That's lovely. Can I have a coffee, please?
I'll have a coffee as well if there's one knocking about.
Just, yeah, milk, please. Thank you.
I've been too polite and I said, no. And then when you said it, I was like, oh, we go. See if there's any pies and chips as well.
Well, we've got a break in play while Wakefield is receiving treatment. I mean, that's the last thing the Curzon bench need.
To be honest, I'd be screaming at one of my players to go down now at the minute.
Just to take the sting out of it.
Please.
Excuse the pun.
Yeah, I'm telling people, I'm going, please, just go, hold your leg, let's have I know you shouldn't say it, you shouldn't do that, but sometimes you need to have a conversation. And I know that the staff over there with Curzon will be talking about a game plan and how to approach this. And their backs are against the wall here, and you can see Cheadle growing into the game and the confidence of how they want to play.
Potiers that shot them moments ago.
Yeah, when you're seeing Potier and you're seeing Sophie John get on the ball and they're spraying it around, and that's when you've got problems. Like for me personally, I've been on the receiving end of that as a coach, and Sophie John killed us over is it Park Road over in Cheadle.
Yeah.
And it's,
I mean, I was gonna bring it up now because I've got a break in play, so I can say how Cheadle got here. I mean, Cheadle defending champions, but in the opening round they beat FC United by 5-1.
Mate, it was a whirlwind, absolute whirlwind. I think after that game, I live in Cheadle, so I couldn't. I had to drive past that place. I had to drive past it, and I was like, "Oh my god!" It was living rent free in my head, and I was feeling sad. I was like, "Oh god, this is horrible." But you know what? Listen, after that, we learned. I learned a lot about that game myself and about Cheadle. Them types of players, when you give those players space, they are going to punish you. The likes of Sophie John, the likes of Dunlop, you've got Imogen Williams in there now, who's another class player, and you can't give them space on the ball. And our tactics against them now is like just want man for man, like mark up with them and don't let them play. So it's a difficult one now, especially when you've got players missing. So if Cheadle is setting up in a back five and you've got one striker, how are you going to stop them from playing out? That's the questions that Curzon have got to look at the break.
Well, I think we're about to get this game back underway.
Jay Parker just warming up over there as well.
I think Ince is coming back onto the pitch now. So Curzon, who were temporarily down to 9 players. Obviously, that breaking play came at the right time. I'm just saying that out loud.
Yeah. We've been replenished.
But it is back on the pitch now, and well, out of play. It's going to be a throw into Curzon. Throw in taken. Ince there battling away with Williams. It's going to be a throw into Cheadle.
Just look how deep they're dropping now, though. Curzon here, if we look at Cheadle, there's no one within 25 yards of their back line now. They're looking a little bit stretched. They need to squeeze up the pitch together and really work hard as a team now with that extra player down.
Well, it's back in Cheadle's defensive line at the moment. McAllister plays that ball forward. Out of play, it's going to be another throw-in. And, well, Plant with the throw-in. Back to McAllister. Back to Plant.
It's great to see Holly McAllister there do it in a cup final like this, a player that I've worked with myself in the past, and great energy of a young player, and she's going to go on to be a class player in the future.
Well, here's Ahmed with a ball forward. Good header clear there. Curzon's defence doing well this time. Here's Smith to Ince. Ince checks inside. Beckford under pressure. Gets the ball back here to Upsall, who switches play to Drummond. Drummond's got time. Here's Chan. To Upsall.
Probably the right idea there, Curzon being patient with it,
ball.
moving it around, keep the ball. They don't need to force it.
Chan looking for a long ball forward down this left-hand side, and a little push in the back though. No, referee. So strong defending there by Ahmed. And here's McAllister.
She comes to win the ball, doesn't she, Ahmed?
Yeah.
She's a strong defender.
McAllister. Square ball in field here. Hancock. Ahmed to Ruddock. To Hancock. To McAllister.
Cheadle moving the ball side to side, nice here, and it's a big job for, you're asking one forward to screen all the way across.
Dunlop there was a run there from Williams, but the ball broke, and Moore played the ball through, but Curzon back with the ball now, looking to counter. And here's Smith.
Wakefield working hard in midfield to win it back for a team there.
Here's Drummond now, Drummond over the halfway line. No, pass is cut out. Clearance made, and straight to Bleasdale. I've had no confirmation that Bleasdale is the goalkeeper. It was more by the process of elimination.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it's Bleasdale. Apologies if it's not, but I'm assuming that's correct. Out to the right-hand side now with Cook. Upsall to Chan. And Beckford there plays it to Insins, looking to play it to the near side, but Ruddock was covering. Ahmed plays it to McAllister. Out to the left-hand side to Plant. Plant, forward it goes to John.
Too much time on the space on the ball for her there, John. She's going to cause problems.
And Potier plays the ball back here to Hancock. Hancock to Ahmed. To Ruddock. Infield to Moore, but a little push in the back there. Bit too eager, Wakefield.
Experienced play there again by Potier.
Knew it was coming.
She knew where she was coming. She positioned herself in between the player and the ball, and as we like to say, you draw one in there, don't you? You just
That's a nice bit of skill there by Plant.
Good play.
Give and go, but Dunlop was offside, I think. And offside given. Free kick to Curzon. So we're approaching the last 3 minutes or so of this first half. Cheadle Town 3-0 up, taking on Curzon, who are down to 10 players after the goalkeeper was sent off earlier. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Cheers. We've got coffees, here we go.
I feel like a prima donna now, but but kind of diva, but
I mean, it's my first time doing it. I feel like I'm being treated there, like.
Anyway, we'll do catering corner shortly at half time, but it's back with Hancock, who plays it back to Singleton.
We're very deep here, Curzon. Like we need to get up, get out. Dunlop's off here already.
Yeah, Potier plays that ball forward for the run of Dunlop, but Chan met it. And here's Moore now on the ball. Moore to Williams. Back towards John. John heading out towards the main stand touchline now. Checks back. Back it goes to Potier. Potier back to John. John got Chan in front of her. So John goes back and finds Plant. Plant from the left crosses this ball in towards Dunlop. Dunlop's there but can't quite control it.
It's unlucky.
Safely into the arms of Bleasdale. Well, a couple of minutes left of this first half.
Yeah, I think Curzon will be wanting to get in, have a regroup, have a chat with the team. I think same again for Cheadle though. They'll be looking to come out and really put some more pressure on Curzon. It's gonna, as the game progresses on this big pitch, it's gonna get more tired for these players running out here.
Well, this is Chesworth on the ball now for Curzon. Ashton down the right hand side. Chesworth got McAllister for company. McAllister put a boot in there and out it goes. It's another corner. The last corner posed a real challenge for Cheadle. It had to be cleared off the line. So Curzon will be looking for the same again. Looks like there's going to be 3 minutes of additional time in this first half. So enough time for Amy Smith to take this corner.
I think if you're Cheadle, you'd be looking just to, let's not make any silly mistakes here. Let's just get in at 3-0. Curzon, this could be a lifeline.
And it comes from the right-hand side. Played long, it's a challenging ball, Ince is there. And it's just about cleared by Cheadle. Who's getting to the second ball? There's Dunlop. And Dunlop does well, but is the referee going to give a foul? I think so, yes.
The desire there of Dunlop to just fly out and try and get on that ball.
But that was another good corner from Curzon.
That's the biggest threat right now. They look like they can score from set plays.
Yes.
Jay Parker coming on.
Just to confirm, unless that is a substitution, but...
Yep, Jay Parker coming on for the 7. Yep. Beckett.
So Beckford,
sorry, my apologies.
For for Jade Parker. And we suggested that might be an avenue, didn't we? Because Jade Parker, one thing we know about Jade Parker is she's good at holding up the ball, and that's what Curzon need at this moment, I think.
Amy Smith's dropped into almost a CDM role now.
Well, Ahmed clears it forward towards Dunlop. Dunlop loses out there to Drummond. Ince plays the ball to Chesworth, and here is Jade Parker, first touch for the substitute for Curzon. Parker keeps hold of that ball on this left-hand side, plays it to Chesworth, who's just offside.
Great hold-up play there for Parker straight away, though. She's come on, she's influenced the game immediately, put a ball in behind. That's the type of play you're going to get from Jade Parker, and fair play to her.
Oh, it's going to be a free kick for that offside. Ahmed takes it, and here's Ruddock now on the ball. Ruddock moving forward. Here's Dunlop. Dunlop holds on to it, gets the ball to John on the halfway line. John switches it out to the left-hand side. Good stuff from Cheadle. Here's Plant now. Plant got the run there. Williams. It's a give and go. Plant back on the ball. A strong sliding challenge there, but a fair one by Ince. Here's Parker. Parker back to Smith. Smith plays the ball towards Drummond, but it's defended. Upsall with a clearance, and well, a pass out to the right hand side. There's a player down injured, and I'm not too sure. I was about to say that pass from Wakefield was brilliant, but I think she was
looking to put it out, and then I think Amy Smith was half thinking about do I keep this in and just go for it, and then I think the first touch was a bit off, and she was like, we'll just let it run.
Well, we've got a breaking plate, so I can go back to my. How did Cheadle get to the final?
Oh, thanks, mate. Thanks.
Yeah, so we've covered off the FC United 5-1 win at Park Road. A fun afternoon was had by all. Mancunian Unity.
Tears.
Yeah. In the quarterfinals, they beat Mancunian Unity, who they actually beat in the final last year, but they had to do it on penalties. And then in the semi-final, they beat Bury by 2-0 to get to this final. I mean, like we touched upon earlier in the build-up to this game, both Curzon and Cheadle, along with Salford City and FC United, have been neck in neck for long periods of this season. Certainly been a competitive year in the North West Women's League, but in the end FC United just stretched their legs at the end. But for Curzon, who got promoted last year, they've got one league game left against Tranmere, waiting to see when that gets scheduled, but if they win that, they'll finish second. So regardless of what happens tonight,
it's a great season. It's a great season. And I think if there's other problems you got to look at now as well. Is for Curzon though is what do you do about the keeper situation for Sunday? There's other questions that are going to come up. But when you look at the season of a whole for Curzon, it's been a great season. But Cheadle have been, for me, like from a personal perspective, has been the most difficult team to play against. They're the only team this season who we've not beat. And that's because of how resilient they are defensive. They've got the best defensive record in the league for a reason. Like they're really structured. I think Dylan's done and the coaching staff have done a really good job in terms of organising the defence, and they've added quality now in forward positions, and they are now causing problems for teams offensively. And I think if they add a few more goals, there's no reason why they can't go on and win that league next season.
Well, I think Plant has been substituted. Plant was down injured there. So unfortunately for Plant, he was having a good game. She goes off, but Jess Kuhlman's come on. And well,
naturally left-footed player as well, Jess.
Kuhlman's first job will be to take this throw in, and I'm imagining Cheadle will. We're obviously waiting to see how this throw is going to be taken. It's taken and given back to Curzon, who did put the ball out of play, and it's with Smith, and here's Drummond now. Drummond under pressure from Dunlop.
She's tenacious, since she Dunlop there again. Like she does not give up on anything.
Williams,
good play from Williams.
Out to the left-hand side, and Kuhlman on the overlap plays it back to Williams. And there's Parker out of play, and as well as hold up play, Jade Parker gives you a bit of tenacity and a bit of pressing,
bit of feist.
Yeah,
definitely a bit of feistiness from Jade.
Very competitive player, and clearance made
there. Me and Jade go back a long way. Like we used to work together in the past, so I know Jade well. I know she'll be up for this. She'll come into the game and she'll be wanting to get some foot on ball straight away.
Ince plays that ball through there for Chesworth to chase onto, and that's going to be a throw-in to Curzon, not too far from the Cheadle corner flag. We're into the 5th minute now of added time. There will be some time added for 2 penalties plus injuries as well.
Amy Smith holding her elbow there. Look like she's picked up a bit of an injury. She looks like she's in a bit of pain.
Well,
that wouldn't be good as well going into the half time.
Well, we're back underway with Ince. Ince just barging into the penalty area, Ince, and
great defending.
Nearly got through, but that's half time here. And at half time, the score is Curzon Ashton 0, Cheadle Town Stingers 3. 2 penalties in there, a sending off for Curzon as well as a fine goal to finish things off for Cheadle in that first half. Where do Curzon go from here after that, James?
I can only speak from myself. How I'd be looking to deal with this is, one, you've got to galvanise these girls and let them know it's a free hit. The next bit is the shape, like what do we do here? How do we approach it from a Curzon perspective? But they've got to move up the pitches as a one unit a bit more efficiently. What's happening is you're getting 1, maybe 2 players looking to press, and there's almost no point pressing if there's only 1 or 2 years and there's 5 Cheadle players back. So the decision needs to be made now. Are we going to press, or are we going to sit into a mid block or a low block and then look to counter out together?
How do you do that though when you've got Dunlop and Williams running?
This is the issue, isn't it? Is do you trust yourself against the pace of Williams and Dunlop? Do you sit in deep and try and soak up now? So me personally, I'd be probably looking to do a 4-4-1 and go old school, like classic, like 4-4-2 shape. Just look to sit in a mid block, look to screen, and look to move and break, and tell your wide players is the minute we win the ball, you both need to go, and we need to create something and get Jade Parker on the ball in the box. Because listen, Jade Parker can score goals. Like I've seen it time and time again. If you can get her on the ball in and around the 18, she's going to score. But
Curzon's best chance came from corners.
Yeah.
A good corner in the last one. Ince nearly got to it, but I think Singleton got to it first. But before that, Wakefield got a header and it was cleared off the line. So there is an avenue there as well for Curzon.
The real fear though now for Curzon, and you're looking at the body language of some of the defenders, there's a bit of they're conscious of the 2 forwards and where they're going and what they're doing, and once you get into your head of I've experienced this personally where Dunlop is dropping in, she's going in behind, she's flying all over, she's making diagonal runs, she's at the right back position, she's at the left back position. That you're almost like you're on the back foot constantly. You never get yourself in a position where you feel like you're in control of her. So there's that aspect of it as well. But they've got to go for it, haven't they? They've got to go for it, Curzon, and you are going to open yourself up to conceding some additional goals, which is no one wants this to be from a Curzon side of things, wants this to be a 5 or a 6. But you've also got to put, if you can get the next goal, that will put a little bit of pressure on Cheadle, where they're in a position where do we just sit in a bit now and defend and just hold on to this and win this game, or do we try and put another past them and sink them? So there's still football to be played in this game, but the first 10-15 minutes are important.
It's certainly going to be a big team talk this for both managers, really.
Yeah.
I mean, the question has to be asked, how did Cheadle deal with 10 players, of course. But it is half-time here in the Women's Challenge Cup final here at Broadhurst Park. We'll be back in about 10 minutes or so with all the coverage of the second half. But in the Women's Challenge Cup final here at Broadhurst Park, the score at half-time is Curzon Ashton 0, Cheadle Town 3. Welcome back to Broadhurst Park, the home of FC United and the home of the Manchester FA Women's Challenge Cup final. We're about to get the second half underway shortly. Cheadle Town currently 3-0 up in this game against Curzon Ashton, who are a player down now after their goalkeeper was sent off partway through that first half. James, we mentioned before the half-time break there what Curzon can do. What do Cheadle do in this scenario? Because, you know, Curzon have shown from set pieces, if they get one back, you know, nerves start to happen. So from a Cheadle Town perspective, what do they need to do? I
think if you're Cheadle, they started brightly at the start of the game. I'd be looking to do the same. But one thing I would be slightly conscious of is that they didn't create a lot of chances after the keeper was sent off.
There was one shot, wasn't there, from
one shot, and
Potier.
And that was at distance, that was kind of 30-35 yards. So there wasn't a lot that was created, and I would be a little bit like concerned. I wouldn't be massively overly concerned about it, but it is something to think about. Like, did we really create a lot? But Cheadle, like I said, I've said a few times tonight, they've got the best defence in the league. So is that going to be something that creates an issue for them? They're probably not going to concede that many goals unless something goes drastically wrong. But this is a cup final, and these things happen. Crazy things happen in cup finals. So it looks like we've had a substitution there.
It does look like we've had a substitution. Unfortunately, I didn't see the board.
I think it was number 9. I don't know if that's Dunlop that's come off. Can I see her? Oh, there's Dunlop. There she is. She's still on the pitch.
We'll get confirmation of that substitution shortly. But for Curzon, the right call was made. We both said it, you know, about Jade Parker. That's the outlet, right there for a team down a player, just to make a nuisance of herself in that defensive line as best she can. But it is going to be a big 45 minutes. This Curzon Ashton trailing by 3-0. Cheadle Town looking to defend this trophy here at Broadhurst Park. And we're underway for the second half.
Amy Smith started on the right-hand side here as well, so it's definitely going to be a bit of a rejig and restructure of the Curzon lineup.
Well, Curzon, it's a big 45 minutes, but it's also a big opening 10 minutes, because you do feel if they're going to get back into it, it needs to happen sooner rather than later. And, well, it's an early touch here for Upsall on the ball.
Interesting, though, Cheadle not pressing there. They didn't go on press.
No.
They didn't go and look for it.
That was different, wasn't it?
That was distinctively different. Like they look like they're sitting into a mid-block, which is. Are they going to look to hold, not necessarily hold on to the lead, but let Curzon kind of bring it to them and let them ask questions of themselves, because they trust in the process and the structure.
Ince gets the ball back to Drummond. Drummond now on that left-hand side. Drummond lets the ball roll out of play, looking to take this quick throw in there towards Chesworth, but defended. But here comes Wakefield now. Me and James both look towards the assistant referee down here, but the flag stays down and play continues. But Moore can get this ball clear. And Williams there battling away with Ince, but Ince wins that battle and then goes for goal. And it's going to be a goal kick.
Very interesting dynamic, though. The first few duels of the half, Curzon have won. And Cheadle haven't gone and pressed. If that's going to be the recipe for the half, we might have a bit of a game on our hands if it continues like this.
Well, it's going to be a goal kick. Singleton to take this. Taken short. Ahmed on the ball. Plays the ball long towards the halfway line, but breaks into midfield and appeals for handball, but play continues. And here comes Dunlop now with options left and right. Goes for the one on the right. That's Moore. Moore crosses this ball in. It breaks there to John, and in it goes. And a fine finish from John. 2 minutes into this second half. It's 4-0. And just when Curzon started this first half, this second half brightly, there comes that counter-attack.
Curzon have had two opportunities to clear that there, and it's bounced around. They've all kind of stopped and stood still a little bit, thinking it was handball. And as they're slowing down and appealing, we've got 4 or 5 white and red shirts just blasting forward, eager to get in the box. And it could have been 2 or 3 of them who got on the end of that, but Sophie Johns clipped it, bang, on target. Great finish, great goal, great move. That was a fast counter-attacking goal, that was.
Well, we've both seen this season Cheadle Town's counter-attack, and we saw it there in all its glory. Long distance effort there from Ince. Worth a dig.
I'd be screaming. I'm not gonna lie. I'd be screaming if I. I'm gonna try and.
But here's John. Back it goes, and Hancock clears it. But it's a slice clearance, and it's going to get picked up here by Chesworth, who's got Ruddock for company. But Chesworth now by the byline and corner ball.
They need something in our Curzon. They need to give them something to hang on to and a little bit of fight. If they get something back early now, nothing's changed. You've only just come out for half time. We're 3 minutes in. We've both scored one. We're in the same spot we were 3 minutes ago. Let's go.
Well, it's going to be Parker to take this corner. There's 4 blue shirts in the penalty area, as there has been in all the set pieces thus far since Curzon went down to 10 players. But Smith just out on the edge of the penalty area at the moment. 3 players back for Curzon versus Cheadle's 2 forward. And it comes towards near post. Oh, and Singleton's punch there. Hit.
Parker's got that as well. That you don't want to be giving away any free kicks in any dangerous positions, because the likelihood is she's going to bang it in.
It just hit the back of a Cheadle player there, and a bit fortunate, but 4-0 the score remains. And there's John bringing the ball down really well and looking for that through ball for Dunlop, but that's good defending there by Upsall. Ince out to this right-hand side. Cook plays the ball forward. Potier there. Fouled off the ball, but play continues. Here's Ince. Ince.
Great switch.
Out to Parker on the left-hand side. Parker plays the ball towards the edge of the penalty area. Cleared by Cheadle. Parker's going to get to that clearance, though. Here's Ince. Out to the left-hand side. Nice play there by Wakefield. In fact, no, it's Drummond. I do apologise.
It's positive play.
Drummond now moving forward, but cleared by Ahmed.
No nonsense in Ahmed. Great. That's what you want from your centre half there. Clear your lines. Get yourself up the field. Alleviate that pressure. With their shape though, Cheadle, when the fullbacks are trying to get on, especially with 1 player down now for Curzon, you're up against 2 players, so it's always going to be a difficult task to get past 2 players.
Well, it's a throw-in to Curzon, which Drummond is going to take. Drummond with a long throw-in down the line. Is it going to break for Parker? It does. Parker out-muscled though there and cleared, but Ince is there. Back out to Drummond. Drummond under pressure, and here comes Dunlop. And this is a counter-attack again.
Ooh.
And
well,
the referee thought about that. It was a challenge that came in there from Wakefield, and we're a bit too far away. I mean, I could see why the foul was given, but I can also see why the Curzon bench.
The Curzon bench are closer than we are.
Yeah.
Anyway. I'm just going, oh. I'm adding the sound effects.
It's good, but it's going to be a free kick to.
Just nudge me if you want me to shut up.
No, it's fine. I'm enjoying the noise. By the way, it's going to be a free kick to.
Look how fast they got forward.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Williams and Dunlop. They are lightning quick trying to get forward.
But it is going to be a free kick to Cheadle. Ahmed takes it, plays it into the penalty area. It's testing the goalkeeper, who goes for the volley clearance. Moore plays the ball into the air. McAllister's there, but so's Parker. But the ball breaks here to John. John turns.
Great feet in there.
John plays a through ball there towards Dunlop, but it's cleared.
Curzon looking a bit leggy here, getting out. They're working hard now, being a player down.
Well, Plant plays the ball back here. Here's Ahmed on the ball. Forward it goes. Moore plays that ball.
Movement again, brilliant from the front too.
Good defending from Chan. And square here to Cook. Cook infield to Ince. First time ball forward. And good strength and battling away there was Chesworth. But John gets the ball back for Cheadle. And it's out of play. It's going to be a throw-in to Cheadle, just inside Curzon territory.
It's looking like Cheadle, and they've got the extra player, but even when they're in the positions where they're 3v3 or 4v4, Cheadle look like they've got more energy, look like they're in a higher gear at the moment. I think Curzon are going to have to dig in and find that extra gear and compete in those 3v3s and those little rondo spaces to try and win the ball back and get forward.
Plant with the throw-in to Dunlop. Chan gets to it, to Webb. Webb's ball, though, is straight to Plant on this near touchline. A give and go with John.
The switch is on there if you can find it.
Potier back to John on this near touchline. Back it goes to McAllister. And here's Hancock. Potier out to the right hand side to Ahmed. To Ruddock. Back in field to Moore. Ince is there. And Ince, I think, has been pretty impressive in midfield.
Yeah, working hard. Like you say, it's been difficult in there because I think Cheadle's probably, we talk about their strikers, but their midfield is really, really strong.
Oh, an off the ball incident there between the two number 9s, but play carries on. And Williams looking to get to that ball and wins it back for Cheadle. Williams now moving forward down the main stand side of the pitch. Williams holds it up, waiting for support.
Great hold-up play as well.
Just goes alone, Williams. Fantastic stuff, but then loses out eventually. And Curzon clear the lines to Chesworth now. Chesworth loses out.
Potier there, breaking up play brilliantly. Finding space, receiving.
Here's Potier now, inside the centre circle. Plays the ball long, has to be dealt with, and is. But Johnny's there. John wins it back. Is it going to break to Dunlop? It does. Dunlop now waiting for support. Gets that support from John. John plays that ball to the edge of the 6-yard box. Cleared, but breaks to the edge of the penalty area. Williams with a shot. And
that's it. That would have been a wonder goal. That brilliant effort.
Bleasdale there. Good hands. I mean, we saw it before. When you've got an outfield player playing goal, they often go with the feet.
Yeah, there was a volley, weren't there?
Yeah.
You're seeing there now, you're seeing Amy Williams, you're seeing Rachel Dunlop and John's there really getting into the swing of things there, and the interplay between them is strong, it's brilliant. Pushing the back there.
Nope. Doesn't interest the referee. Ruddock tracking back, gets the ball before Parker does. And plays the ball in field to John. Back to Hancock, to McAllister. Here's Plant now. Plant down the line. Pass cut out though by Cook. Cook plays the ball in field to Webb. It's Webb fouled there. Potier.
They look a little bit narrow, Curzon. Like I know they're trying to break up the pitch a little bit and try and play through the middle, but I think Cheadle are getting around them really quickly now when they're moving the ball across the back 5.
Wakefield on the ball to Cook. Cook, first time ball down the line here. Chesworth keeps hold of it and then loses out. And here comes John now. John plays the ball,
great ball
into the path there of Dunlop. And is Dunlop going to get to it first?
Brilliant
no, Upsall
tackle.
does. And that is a brilliant challenge.
Crucial.
You see, all the midfield needs to do is just play the ball in front of Dunlop or Williams and they're in.
Yeah. It's so nice as a midfielder if you're playing and you know you've got players like that in front of you and they're going to keep running, like constantly running.
Well, John in no hurry to get to this ball. It is going to be a corner.
They're quite a tall physical team as well, Cheadle. So,
well, they've got one player currently on the goal line and 4 players out on the back of the penalty area. Dunlop lurking on the edge of the box. In it comes from John towards the back post. Out to Hancock. Hancock has got time, crosses that ball in, hits a Curzon player, and now Curzon
1v1 if you can find it.
Looking to counter, but there's Dunlop. Dunlop makes the challenge, then crosses the ball in. It's just over the head of Williams, but Cook is going to be able to clear this ball. It's a long ball play forward, but headed clear there by Ahmed, and now John on the ball. John chips the ball in. I think it's going to be over the head.
Is there a head injury at the back there?
Yeah, there is. There's a player down injured, and play continues, but Cheadle sportingly put the ball out. So breaking play, and it's from that corner towards the back post, wasn't it?
I don't know if it was the ball went into a back. Or I don't know. There was definitely a deflection there off her.
Well, we've had 13 minutes played of the second half. It's 4-0 the score to Cheadle Town, who have got a player advantage. As I adjust the camera. Sorry, Paul. We were getting a view of the sky there for a second. It's a beautiful sky in North Manchester, we have to say that, but I fixed it. Anyway, where were we? Breaking play here. I mean, the other thing we have to say is as well, at the minute it's looking like Cheadle will probably win this game. Yeah. So at this point the attention starts to turn towards Sunday's final in the North West League, and
you don't want to take anything away from this final, but you have to look at there's a few bodies on the ground there at the minute, and there's some tired legs out there. And personally, at this moment in time, where we're at in the game, I'd give it another 5-7 minutes, and I'd probably look to, can we just shut up shop a little bit here? Now, can we just look to protect? And last thing you want here is you've got Amy Smith, your skipper over there. She's kind of limping around a little bit, and you need her fit for Sunday. You've got a few different bodies leaning over, stretching things off, and there's a big game here, a big game on Sunday coming up. And realistically, where we're at in the game, Cheadle look the more likely to score the next goal, and we know that it's been a big impact on the game, having the keeper sent off and the penalties. But you have to look at this as almost a two-legger in terms of your season. I'd be looking at, do we want to go for this now and leave everything on the table and get beat, and then do we have the energy and do we be able to recover for Sunday, or do you look to sit up and go with one eye on Sunday and think, do you know what, let's just kind of sit in now, protect ourselves, not give anything stupid away now, and how can we maybe potentially hit them on the break a little bit. But there is a few. I said this about 5 minutes into the second half. There's a few Curzon legs looking a bit leggy, but that'll happen when you're playing against a team that are moving the ball quick. You've got two forwards that are constantly running in behind you, and you're constantly running backwards. You're doing doggies all over the pitch, and it's a tough afternoon. Like, what was it, 10 minutes in where the keeper's been sent off? So, wow, to be running around for that period of time with a player down, it's difficult. But that takes nothing away from Cheadle. Like, I was getting a bit of stick to see if I was going to be a kind of bias in this and stuff like that today, but they've played brilliant. Like, they came out, they wanted it, they pressed, they went after it, and the way they've counter-attacked today has been brilliant. Like, it's probably the best I've seen Cheadle, and as you're probably aware, I've watched a lot of footage, and I've had a bit of stick from my missus for watching loads of the footage, but they've looked class tonight. They really have, and the midfield with Sophie John, and when you look at Liz Pottier in there, been brilliant. They're always open. They're constantly finding space and always open, and then looking to play them killer passes in. And it's a midfielder's dream.
I'd say they're strong in all. I mean, the back line is good.
No nonsense from the back line. Yeah.
You know, Plant and Ruddock, as fullbacks are always open and available for runs forward.
I think Ahmed's been one of the stand-up ones for me. Like, every time she's found herself in a situation, and I was a centre half, so I'm always a bit of no nonsense, and I know everyone wants me personally, I want my defenders to play now, but that was never my game. I was just looking to hit it into the corner flag and let one of the faster players chase it. So
quick transition, I believe, is the phrase in the trade.
Get out.
But attendance tonight is 356, and we've had this breaking play here. While we've had that breaking play, there was a substitution. Cicciorillo has come on for Chesworth. But I think there might be another substitution about to happen as well, with a player down injured behind Cheadle's goal, behind Curzon's goal currently. So we'll wait and see how that plays out. But we're about to get back underway here after that stoppage. That was about 3 or 4 minutes, that stoppage there. And the ball returned to Cheadle, who did put the ball out of play.
Amy Smith going back as the 9, so we're going to see a bit more pressing from Curzon now.
Well, here's McAllister on the ball to Plant. Plant down the line here to John. John. Back it goes to McAllister. McAllister to Plant. Good footwork there from the full-back. Played in field to John. John loses out, though, there from Wakefield. And Smith on the ball to Parker. Parker from the right crosses that
Ball,
ball into the near post, and there's an opportunity here. And unfortunately for Wakefield and for Curzon, it just wouldn't sit for her. But a good opportunity that.
Smith
well
and
worked.
Parker on the right hand side there created something there. That's what you get from Parker though. She's looking to put the ball in the box at the first opportunity.
There has been a slight change to the tactics, as James pointed out. Smith moving more forward now. Parker dropping into midfield a little bit. But here's Hancock now.
It's a 4-1-3-2 now from Curzon.
Let me write that down. There's too many numbers there, James. Anyway, ball play forward.
4-1-2-2 now.
Are you sure it adds up to 10?
No, 4-1-2-2. I'm looking at the shape thinking that it's still got 11 players.
Cross comes in there by Williams, and it's going to get cleared by Curzon. Wakefield on the ball. Plays the ball to Cook, who clears it first time towards the centre circle where Parker is. Parker can't quite control it, and Smith can't quite control it. And now it's with Potier. Back to McAllister. Hancock to Ahmed. Ahmed plays the ball long. Chan heads the ball clear. Second ball picked up by Moore though, who can't bring it under control. Ince. Forward there to Smith. Smith looking for that through ball for Parker, but Parker was thinking about going on the outside.
He's looking a little bit more open at the back. Cheadle here, though. I think we've missed that little bit of quality from Amy Smith. She went back into midfield and she's now gone up as a forward, and you're seeing a little bit more joy up there now.
Well, Curzon back on the ball, but swiftly got back by Williams, but Smith couldn't keep that ball in play, and it's out of play for a throw-in to Cheadle, which Ruddock's going to take. Ruddock with the throw-in down the line. Headed in field, and referee's seen a foul there. And that change has bore fruit from Curzon. And you know, Cheadle got to be aware of changing gears quickly and defending it.
I think so. Now I think you've with the change with Chesworth going off, Smith going forward, you've got Smith and Parker as a when they're both up there pressing. You've got two players who can both find the back of the net and have got tons and tons of experience.
Plant, McAllister back to Plant. Plant back in field to Hancock. Hancock's got time, bringing the ball forward.
Ooh, unlucky there from Jay Parker, good
finds
press.
John on the left foot, plays that ball forward. Defended, but straight back to John. McAllister's there, plays it out to Plant. That ball's gone out of play. And Ciccirillo has gone into the back line as well, which has also helped shore things up a little bit.
Yeah. They look a bit more assured, and I think that comes, I think Cheadle have stepped off the pace a little bit. They're looking a little bit, they're trying to find balls in behind from deeper. Probably they've stopped playing that one extra pass in midfield.
Parker out to the left-hand side to Drummond. Drummond now looking to motor forward down that left-hand side.
Brave running.
Still with the ball. Drummond plays the ball in field. It doesn't get to Parker. Instead it gets to John. John to Plant. Plant waiting for the run and gets that run from Williams. A good diagonal run there from the forward. Williams into the penalty area. Got chance for company though. Williams holds it up. Waiting for support. She's not getting it at the moment, and heading out towards the corner flag is Williams. Good defending though from Chan, we have to say.
She's done well to shield her there, Chan. She's sent her out. She's protected the goal. She's got a great body position. So there's part of me was nervous, and please don't go and foul in there now. But she's done the right thing. She's been good.
Plant to Williams. Williams back to Plant. Plant back to Williams. Keeps that ball in play by the corner flag. Williams now crosses the ball in. Cleared. And Parker turns. Good turn there from Parker. Plays the ball forward, encouraging Smith to run after that, but it was a bit of a lost cause. And here's McAllister back on the ball. To John. To Plant. To Williams. Good stuff. And Plant now on the overlap. Plant from the left. Crosses that ball in. Good defending though from Cook.
They're getting a lot of joy down this left-hand side now, Cheadle. Quick into play.
And it's going to be a corner to Cheadle. And look at these players now moving into the penalty area. McAllister, Hancock, Ahmed, Potier, Williams on the goalkeeper. In it comes from John.
Decent ball.
It's a decent ball into the penalty area, but good goalkeeping.
One-handed as well.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Leesdale's there. Gets the ball clear.
And dangerous situation here, 2v2.
Ruddock has to deal with this, and good defending.
That's what you want from your defender there. Just let's slow it down, get everyone back.
Just puts the ball out of play, and it's going to be another breaking play, another Curzon player down injured at the moment. It's Smith.
She's ran her socks off this afternoon.
Definitely.
I think she's played about 5 different positions. Like.
And another breaking play. 24 minutes played here of the second half. And it looks like there's going to be another substitution. This one looks like it's an enforced one. And Smith, like you say, I mean, a different role in the first half, changed it up in the second half.
I get why they did it though as well, why they sat her in midfield, because she's got experience, she's a real battler. Sophie John was really getting on the ball, and you needed someone who was going to come and give a bit of feistiness in there and try and prevent that play. And it worked for a period of time. But when you take someone who's giving you a lot of quality as a 9, put them there as in a sitting midfielder role, they're going to give you that tenacity that they give you as a 9. But then you lose that. And I think now she's ran, and we'd like to see if she's got it in her legs for the next 20 minutes, but I think she is. She's the type of player. She's a great leader. I think she'll find another gear, Amy.
Yeah, and Chesworth is back on the pitch, we should say.
Chesworth come back on now, yeah?
Yeah, and while we had that breaking play earlier, Upsall, I think, has gone off as well. And strong challenge there by Ince on Dunlop. That's 2 important players who've been forced off the pitch due to injury. Just adding to the headache for the Curzon bench.
Talk about Jordan Bailey as well. She picked up an injury in a friendly at the weekend.
Oh yeah, they had a friendly, didn't they, to try and get ready for this game?
To get ready for this game, picked up an injury for a key player, so not ideal there in that situation as well.
Cleared by Chan, but Dunlop on the ball, gets it to John. John now lining up a shot from distance. A challenging one for Bleasdale, who had it covered, let's say. It was,
never in doubt.
A goal kick. So we've got 20 minutes left, and Cheadle 4-0 up in this game.
Chesworth, the thing is though, she had a bit of a break now, so she might have a bit more in the tank to run down from this part of the game.
Oh, strong challenge coming in there, but now with Potier, back it goes to McAllister. McAllister to John. Potier, down the line it goes to Plant. Plant gets support there from John. John takes the ball in field, heading into a bit of trouble there. Sliding challenges coming in. Moore gets the ball to Plant. Plant down the line there for Dunlop. Dunlop looking to take on the defender. Gets a shot in. Wide of the goal it goes, though. It's always going wide, wasn't it? And it's a goal kick.
Good little shimmy to find an angle there from Dunlop.
Well, it's going to be a goal kick, and Cheadle are in control at the moment, it feels like.
Yeah.
Here's Chan on the ball.
The player off has really killed Curzon in respect as they flood the midfield with their wing backs going standing midfield for Cheadle, and all of a sudden you've got 5 players packing the midfield out, and then you have to play narrow, and then the wing backs can just dart out and give you the width in that respect.
There's an opportunity here.
Chesworth.
And, Chesworth was brought down there by Ahmed, who misjudged that somewhat. Chesworth pounced and was through there. It's going to be a yellow card.
Dangerous
for Ahmed.
Position.
And, this would make the last 17 minutes of this game interesting. If Curzon were to score here, it's a free kick. Ince to take this.
I thought Parker would have gone in there and claimed that one, but I think Ince has pulled rank.
Well, an opportunity here for Curzon Ashton to get a goal back. There's 2 players in the wall. Parker has opted to mark the goalkeeper.
They're going for it. They've pushed the 2v2 at the back now, so they're pushing for it. They're being brave.
Parker's got to be careful she's not interfering too much with the goalkeeper here in an offside position. But Ince is going to take this free kick now. In it comes towards the near post. Oh, and 2 deflections on the way.
Wow.
The first one, I think, was going to go in.
I thought he was going in.
But, well, the goalkeeper, Singleton, was more preoccupied with getting Parker away. And I think the first opportunity came in there. And two flick-ons, essentially.
Yeah, it's bobbled around a little bit, hasn't it?
Drummond with the first one.
We've lost the camera there a second. We apologise.
Again, it's a beautiful sky here in North Manchester, as always. And, well, it's a goal kick. And, well, Curzon nearly getting a goal back. But Cheadle back with the ball and back on the attack with Dunlop. And cleared is Potier out to the left-hand side to Plant. Plant now plays the ball back here to McAllister. First time ball forward. Headed clear there by Cook.
More desire from Sophie John to get on the ball then.
John gets the ball to Dunlop, offside.
There's 2 Curzon players in closer to the ball there, and Sophie John just wants the ball more, wants it, has desire to win it, and she gets there and wins it. So fair play to her. She's still wanting to get on the ball.
Well, we're approaching the last 15 minutes of this game. And, Cheadle Town in control, but Curzon will be encouraged by the last couple of minutes or so, but 4-0 the score remains. Here's Moore, plays the ball forward, and Drummond who showed willing to just maraud forward in the last 10 minutes or so.
She feels like she's a winger, and she's been put out fullback for me because she wants to run with it, doesn't she?
Well, it's a free kick to Curzon. And here's Cook to Parker. Parker keeps hold of the ball. Down the line the ball goes, but McAllister's covering.
Not a lot of options in front of Parker there then.
Parker, good
good
ball down the line there, and Chesworth is onto it. Chesworth now towards the byline and crosses that ball in.
Just find a bit of quality there, isn't it, in the end? Clear frustration from Parker there because she's moving, she's trying to create space, and she's playing the balls, and I think she was frustrated thinking no one's moving, but Chesworth was already moving into the space to get on.
There's Cicciarello there on the back post, waiting for that ball to come in, but just a little scouting report that's popped into my head. Goal kicks from Cheadle. Singleton prefers to go for the short corners, the short goal kicks. Yeah,
they load up 2 on the left-hand side as well, so if you're looking to stop this with 11 players, you would look to overload this side and go man for man with them there, or player for player. Like you see here, if you look at this side of the pitch, we've got 3 players there versus 2, and you're always going to have a pass out.
McAllister gets that pass out to Plant, and a 1-2 there with John. Plant to Dunlop. Dunlop plays the ball in field here to Potier. Potier out to the right-hand side to Ruddock. Ruddock, it's good build-up play this.
Brilliant build-up play
from Cheadle. Forward it goes to Moore, but good defending there by Drummond.
That's a textbook how to play out from the back.
From a coaching manual, that's
yeah,
surely.
Oh, no, brilliant. No, listen, it's class. Like, it's perfect.
Ruddock with the throw-in. Here's Potier now on the ball. Potier loses out there, but Ruddock wins it back out of play. It's going to be a throw-in to Curzon.
It's difficult now for Curzon because they can't even press that because of the amount of players they've got on the pitch. It's difficult to do that with 11 players, but when you've got 10, you're very much going to leave yourself in a situation where you're overrun as defensively. Like, there's not much you can do against it.
Throw-in taken. Ruddock gets in the way and puts it out play for a throw-in, which Parker takes quickly. Down the line it goes. Chesworth now looking to Ahmed's got to be careful because she is on a yellow card, and well, it's a goal kick.
That'd be a twist, wouldn't it, if another yellow went there and then ahead of the game on Sunday.
Well, it's going to be a substitution for Cheadle. I think it's Grundy coming on for more. We need to get a PA
Behind us here, don't we?
Yeah. I think
it's just muffled,
we turned it off back in the day because we found it annoying when we were commentating with FC United television. But anyway, it is Grundy who's come on. And Murray's gone off. John there gets the ball to Grundy, but there's Parker putting a challenge in. Ball breaks for Ahmed and plays the ball out to the right-hand side to Ruddock. Ruddock, first time ball infield to Grundy. Grundy plays the ball forward, but Chan's there. Ince. Here's Cook. Back to Chan. Drummond. Cicciarello's there, and Ruddock's
fair
challenge.
Strong
came
but fair.
in. I mean, the question, and a little kick out there on Ruddock. I mean, the thing that I think frustrates Curzon there is Ruddock kind of put a foot up as she went in on just, what did they call that? In the second phase of the challenge.
The second phase.
There we go.
Well, I don't know why you're looking at me for that, because at this point I'd just be screaming.
The second phase of the challenge. What am I talking about? I have no idea. Anyway, it's a free kick to Cheadle after all that. And Ahmed with this free kick. I'm going to use that again next season, by the way.
Don't use it.
Yeah, I felt proper then.
I did.
But here's Hancock now to McAllister. McAllister out to this near touchline. To Plant. Back to McAllister. McAllister, good feet. Gets it
play.
Back to Plant now. Plant moving forward. Gets it to Williams. Williams. Back to Plant. Potier on the ball.
It's a great switch.
Along the halfway line there, finds Ahmed, and Ahmed plays it to Ruddock. Ruddock on the ball, down the line there for the run of Dunlop. Chan's covering.
They've not created much though, have they, from in the last kind of 10 minutes? Like, it feels to me, Cheadle now, the way they're playing with a bit of depth, they're just looking to kill the they're looking to kill the game, which is smart. Like, it's the way. That's the way I'd definitely be screaming at people to play. Like, let's look to don't take any risks now.
Well, there's going to be a foul over on the far side there. I mean, Ince has had such a good game in midfield, just battling away for every ball. It's a free kick to Curzon. And here's Cook on the ball. Cook back out to the left-hand side to Drummond. Drummond back in field to Chan. Here's James. James, first time ball back to Cook. Here's Chan.
It's good play from Curzon there. Good play from the back.
Here's Drummond. Drummond's pass is charged down though, and here's John back on the ball. John holds on to it, chips the ball forward, and both Dunlop and Williams were...
A couple seconds earlier there, you would have seen Dunlop in.
Well, James back on the ball now. To Cook. Back to James. James bringing the ball forward. Plays the ball long. It's a challenging ball, but good header there by McAllister. Out of play as the wind just suddenly got up for a second. And it's a throw-in which James is looking to take quickly. James gets back on the ball, plays the ball down the line there for Chesworth to run onto. Chesworth now, good challenge by McAllister. It's a corner.
I don't want the wind to pick up too much in
this
here.
Yeah,
I was more concerned about the structure that was stood in.
We're fine. We're fine. But anyway, it's a corner ball, and it's going to be Parker to take this for Curzon Ashton. 5 blue shirts in the penalty area. In it comes from the substitute. Punch clear. But only as far as the edge of the box. Shot comes in there from Cheadle. It's charged down, it breaks for Parker. Parker crosses this ball in towards the near post. Couldn't wrap a foot round it, wide it goes. Another substitution for Cheadle. And it's going to be McAllister departing. He's had a good game at the left-hand side of the trio of centre-backs.
He's put in a strong performance there, Holly McAllister.
We'll confirm the substitution in a second. And it's so Sophia Elliott who's joined the fun and games here at Broadhurst Park as Ahmed clears it forward. Ruddock's going to get to that ball, I think. Yeah, Ruddock plays the ball forward, chasing after it, challenging for Chan, who did well there, headed the ball out of play. Ruddock with the throw-in. Dunlop comes short for it. Back to Ruddock. Here's Williams. Williams turns. Doesn't quite get to John. Ince is there. And Drummond now trying to bring the ball forward, but Grundy's there, and Grundy plays the ball to the edge of the penalty area where Dunlop is. Great control from Dunlop, and a great pass from Dunlop to find John. John now opens up for a shot, comes in to the bottom corner.
What a goal that is.
And that is 5-0.
Dunlop's got no business bringing that out of the air, how she does, and then turns and finds John, and John's just pinged it in the bottom corner there. Brilliant, that.
Well, John opened the scoring in the second half, and it looks like she's finished the scoring there with that goal.
Do you know what? This has been a really mature performance from Cheadle. They've come out, they've stuck to the game plan from minute one, and they've come out the second half with a slightly different game plan. And I know that Dylan will be happy with this performance because they've executed it perfectly, and they've soaked up pressure, and they've recycled the ball from left to right and dragged a tiring Curzon team around, and it's a little bit demoralising to concede there a goal like that. But listen, quality is quality in that position. You can't give those type of players any kind of space in front of the goal.
Well, Cheadle made another substitution. Plant is departing.
Coleman back on.
And Coleman's back on. This is another benefit Cheadle have got, obviously.
Potier limping around a little bit there.
And Potier's departing. Another substitution's about to happen. I think Moore's come back on.
We're looking at saving a few legs now for Sunday.
Yeah, Moore back on the pitch. So for Curzon, trailing now by 5-0, and obviously been a player down for most of this game is James, but Cheadle have been brilliant tonight.
I tell you what, Imogen Williams there, the number 10 for Cheadle, has not stopped running and pressing and harrying and harassing the defenders, and it must be frustrating for these Curzon players to be playing now still and still being pressed this way. There she is now running now, making her way into the box.
Yeah, well, Coleman on the ball, plays the first time ball in towards Williams. Williams has got Chan for company, and Chan defends really well and gets the ball clear. Out of play. Chicharrillo there with the throw in. James plays the ball long. Header won there by John, but there's Wakefield winning it back. But John's there covering. Ahmed with a ball clearance into the air, but
it's great touch that was.
Ince brings it down. And here comes Drummond now. Drummond moving forward. Pass is cut out though by John. Parker's there covering. Parker, good ball, finds James. James now into the penalty, into Cheadle's half, plays the ball through there towards the penalty area, towards Chesworth, but
it's really positive
the goalkeeper.
Play, really positive play.
Cheadle on the ball now. Hancock. Square to Ahmed. To Ruddock. Ruddock holds on to it. Back it goes to Ahmed. First time ball into Curzon's half. Met by Cook. Here's Wakefield. Chicharrillo. Challenge comes in there from John. And James shepherds that ball out of play.
Great pressing again there from Sophie John. Last couple of minutes of the game, is still trying to win every single ball, even though your team's convincingly winning.
Well, it's out of play. It's going to be a throw-in to Cheadle. We've got a couple of minutes left of this game now, plus stoppage time.
Something tells me there's going to be a lot of this next season, a lot of tooth and nail with these two teams.
Well, it's Coleman on the ball. Play to Dunlop. Good stuff there from Dunlop, and a good run forward by Coleman, who carried on a run. Ball broke there for Williams, who plays it back to Dunlop. Dunlop now charging forward, but defended. Second ball picked up by Coleman, though. He gets it to Moore. Moore gets it to John. No, Parker's there, but Parker ran out of room and out of play. But even at this stage,
still fighting, aren't
yeah.
they? Still fighting for the balls. It's a real shame when you look at the way the pyramid's set up with the one up, one down there.
Well,
now
we've discussed it. There is a big bottleneck now in the Northwest.
I think
Women's
the
League.
Northwest is. I've said this. In our pre-season this year, we played against a lot of teams in the Midlands, and this is in Tier 4, the National League in the Midlands, and this is no disrespect against some of these teams, but 8-0s, 8-1s, and that's not to say that there's teams at Tier 5, like some of the teams we're watching tonight, who could hang with Tier 4 teams up and down the country, and it feels to me personally, I can only speak from a personal perspective, that there is a lot of teams, Salford, Curzon, Cheadle, who would very much thrive and prosper and do well at the tier above, and
even the mid-table though. I mean, Fleetwood Town and Tranmere.
You've just seen Tranmere beat Stockport County in the County Cup game at the weekend, the Cheshire County Cup. So there's teams competing at the tier above, and it feels unfair to me.
Well, we've got 4 minutes of additional time here, and we're back underway. But certainly, I think for next season, as James says, I think both these teams are going to be vying for promotion, certainly with the likes of Salford. Coleman with the throw-in. Down the line it goes.
Like you say as well, Tranmere next year looks strong, Fleetwood looks strong.
And as this is the Manchester FA YouTube channel, we can't rule out West Didsbury and Charlton, of course.
We love West Dids.
Clearance made.
That's in case Caddy's listening. We love West Dids.
Here's Parker. Parker. Pass is cut out, though, by Williams. It breaks for Dunlop.
Great ball in.
It's such a clever first-time pass there towards Williams by Dunlop, but it was well defended by Curzon, who get the ball out. But Grundy's gets the ball to Ruddock. Ruddock forward to Williams. But again,
great tenacity again from Williams. She's not giving up on anything.
Good goalkeeping. But here's John in midfield now. John plays it to Ruddock. Ruddock down the line there for Dunlop. Dunlop holds on to it. Dunlop looking to beat two players there, but Drummond got a challenge in, out of play, throw in. We're into the second minute of added time now, which is going to be 4 in this cup final.
I believe as well is Williams and Dunlop, they've not played that much football together as well this year, so they're going to grow as a partnership, and they're going to get better, and more goals are going to come from that partnership.
Well, Chan there, under pressure from Williams. Good defending, puts the ball out of play. And Ruddock to take this throw in. Down the line, there's Moore. Moore holds on to it, not too far from the corner flag now. Chan puts another challenge in. Ruddock with this throw in. Moore gets the ball back. Here's Williams. Williams turns.
Good tidy
challenge
play.
comes in. It's a fair challenge, but Dunlop gets to the second ball. Back it comes here. Grundy gets it to Coleman. Coleman. John, first time ball into the penalty area. Good hands from the goalkeeper. Bleasdale.
Just need to try and slow things down a bit, Curzon in now.
I don't think this was the game Bleasdale was anticipating she would have, but done a good job in that. And it's going to be a throw-in just down below us here. Throw-in taken. Here's Ince. Ince back to Chan. Chan on a right foot, plays that ball through there. It nearly finds Chesworth, but good defending. And Ruddock gets the ball back here to Singleton, who clears the lines. Only as far as Webb. Webb heads it out to the left-hand side to Drummond. Drummond infield. Ciccirillo to James. James looking for an option. Leaves it for Parker. Parker.
Good ball.
Good ball.
Great
Here's
first touch
Wakefield.
as well.
Wakefield into the penalty area.
Ooh,
sliding challenge there
defending
by Hancock. It was a well-timed challenge. Great defending, as James says.
Do you know what? Curzon can take a little bit of confidence from these few little passages where they have found themselves in the box. They're going to see more of each other this week, so they've got to remember that.
Well, it's probably the final piece of action in this cup final now. It's going to be a corner to Curzon, and it's going to be Jay Parker to take this.
I've liked the look of Ince tonight as well for Curzon.
Yeah,
she's added a lot of quality midfield.
Parker with this corner ball. In it comes, drilled in there, and just headed wide. It was a good effort, but wide of the goal it goes. It's going to be a goal kick. And that is full time. And a big congratulations to Cheadle Town Stingers, winners, back-to-back winners of the Manchester FA Women's Challenge Cup. And a comprehensive victory here, a 5-0 victory over Curzon Ashton. Heading into this game, wasn't too much separating the two teams when it comes to league position. Obviously, Curzon have beaten Cheadle twice in the league this season, but tonight Cheadle have come out of the traps and have been. It's been a comprehensive display. Admittedly, Curzon did go down to 10 players, but before that, Cheadle
maybe a little bit of confidence from the results in the league from Curzon's side. Maybe they thought we beat these twice and we know what they're about. And it felt to me the first few minutes, especially Cheadle were up for it. They wanted it. They were winning the early duels and they were fighting for every ball. And listen, they deserved this. Like, it was a comprehensive victory, and I think Cheadle were, like I said before, I think they're really mature about the performance this evening. Like, there'll be a lot of takeaways from Curzon ahead of the game on the weekend, but if I were them, I'd be looking at Jade Parker being on the pitch. Like, she added a lot of quality there. But for me, brilliant performance there from Cheadle. Like, some of the play out from the back with the 5 players, like, absolutely stunning. Like, it's that you should cut and show the girls that, and they should be teaching young players how to play out that way, because it's class. It's brilliant the way they set up, and it's something that myself personally, I looked at how the Cheadle play out and go, no, we should probably look at doing it like that as well. And that's the biggest compliment I can give to the side. So massive congratulations to Cheadle. They were brilliant tonight.
I mean, the two go head-to-head again in the League Cup final on Sunday at Vauxhall Motors, and well, like we've said, there's not been too much separating these two teams. You know, James Mulville is summarised as tonight, manager of FC United. Throughout this season, these two have been neck and neck with FC United and Salford City. It's only towards the end that we've got to the league table we've got now. But for Curzon, that they go again on Sunday. For Cheadle, it's back-to-back cup wins now in the County Cup, and it's gone well for Cheadle Town since, you know, Manchester Stingers were incorporated into the club at Park Road. You know, if
they can keep this group together and keep them fit, there is no reason why Cheadle can't win the league next year. There's no reason why. Like, the way they play, the way they can hold on to a lead is something to like I said, we've not managed to beat them this year. Like, they've been class. Like, the defensively very, very difficult to break down, and there's not a lot of space. Like, they get half chances. Curzon got half chances tonight. They got chances from corners, from set plays, and do you remember a clear-cut opportunity where they got in on goal from the way they play? And you can't do that against Cheadle because of the way they compact their defence out, and it's Conte-esque, like the way they set up, and it's working for them, and you can tell that the players buy into the system and the shape, and like fair play to them. Like they've been put on a massive display, massive performance. Just because Curzon have gone down to 10 players doesn't mean that it's a foregone conclusion.
No,
it really doesn't. Like, you've seen teams come back.
Curzon had a chance cleared off the line, didn't they?
Exactly.
When they were down to 10. But the building blocks for this win for Cheadle, apart from the press, which was pretty clear that was the game plan early doors. I mean, it was built on 2 penalties. We've watched the first one. I don't think there was much doubt about. I was a bit unsure about the second one, but we have watched it back at half time. It was a pen.
Yeah, I'm screaming. I don't think it's a pen.
We think it was just in the area. There's a question mark about whether it was a red card or not. I mean, it's a bit harsh that in a cup final. I mean,
it's one of them as well. If you're in the Curzon dugout now and the keeper's saying, "I got a touch on it," you would be. There is that controversy, but the referee, I think, a big moment in the game has made a big call, and I think she's been good tonight, the referee.
Yeah.
Like, I think she's been spot on. At no points I've looked and I've gone, oh, like, what was that all that about? I think she's been strong throughout, and they've officiated the game brilliantly.
Well, the referees now receiving their medals for this cup final. I mean, those goals, those 2 penalties came within about 4 minutes of one another.
Mm-hmm.
That really did set up this win this evening. Obviously, Plant got a goal as well. Sophie John scoring a goal at the start of the second half. Just as Curzon came out the dressing room with a game plan, John knocked it on the head, and then John, towards the end of the second half,
Sophie John was the one who was setting the tempo and the pace of the whole game. So they sat back a little bit, Sophie was dictating, and then as the game progressed and Curzon got back into it, Sophie John steps up, bang, another goal, here we go. So brilliant performance from her this evening.
With regards to Curzon, they'll be receiving their runners-up medals in a second. We do have to mention the fact. I mean, we mentioned, the journey that Cheadle Town have been on since moving to Cheadle Town Stingers have been on since moving to Park Road, but Curzon as well. I mean, they promoted last year from Division 1 South, and
I've said this.
A win against Tranmere in the final league game, they'll be second.
Curzon are my team of the year, like 100%. What they've managed to do, it's crazy considering the quality of the league that the teams that are in that league. So to come get promoted newly into the division, and just go on this crazy running where you're looking like you might win the league, it's stuff that dreams are made for, and they should take confidence in that and understand that you're not supposed to win things when you first get promoted into a league, but to get to this position where you're still in a chance of taking over home silverware, you runners up in the Challenge Cup final, and then you might even come runners up in the league. Wow, what a season that is! Yeah,
absolutely. Just before we get to the trophy presentations for the winners, your player of the match. There is an official one as well. We missed that, unfortunately, but
it's a tough one. I think I'm going to go with Williams, just because of the tenacity and how much she ran, and we're in the 87th minute and she's sprinting looking after the ball, and I think she's really grown as a player over the last few weeks. So it's tight between Sophie Johns, Williams and Dunlop, but you could name any of them players on Cheadle tonight. I think they were all quality.
Absolutely. Well, the medals are being handed out now, and this has been a very good season for Cheadle Town. And we have to say as well, the first question I asked their manager, Dylan, before the match was, 14 games unbeaten. It's actually 15 now. Wow. This run that they've been on has been an amazing run. And, well, it's back-to-back.
Honestly, I'm glad that we don't have to play these teams next year, because they're good.
You'd be thankful you're in the division above.
No, honestly.
But it's back-to-back Challenge Cup victories now for Cheadle Town, and a big congratulations to everyone at Cheadle Town.
It's quality. They've worked hard this season.
It's been an epic run since the turn of the year. That run continues, and it's more silverware for the South Manchester club. And big congratulations. But James Mulvihill, big thank you for joining us. That was your commentary debut. I think you did a good job there.
Is that all right?
Yeah, you did a good job.
Don't ask people how well I did, because I'll just be getting slated. I'm getting slated on that.
No, you did a good job. Thank you to James Mulvihill, women's team manager of FC United. Big congratulations on the season you've had as well.
Cheers.
Should say there's more silverware in the offing for FC United this weekend in the Argyle Plate final.
The Plate.
Curzon Ashton and Cheadle Town go head-to-head again in the Argyle Cup final. Both matches taking place this Sunday at Vauxhall Motors.
If we win that, I'll be hiding the plate when they come in with the cup.
But a big good luck to everyone who's under the Manchester FA umbrella this weekend. But a big thank you to our production team as well, and Paul, cameraman tonight, who's done a cracking job. But we're going to go now. There's a couple more matches coming up with regards to the Manchester FA YouTube channel, so look out for them. But big thank you to our host FC United. Big thank you to James. Big congratulations to Cheadle. We're going to go now. We'll see you all very soon. You take care. Bye-bye.